All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome back here for another recap video. So hopefully everyone got some well rest from the weekend and came in today nice and sharp and ready to tackle a fresh week. So today we had a bunch of stocks giving opportunity. I traded, looks like, eight different stocks today. Mainly dialed in on AUUD, ETAO. Looks like some trades here on LGVN, LIFW, and then some maybe break-even trades on WAVE, VVPR, SMFL, and PTN. So let's take a look here at the main stocks. So AUUD, this one pre-market, on the pre-market pump, I was saying that I was going to focus on this one, because it was the leading gapper, had great volume. It did have a nice news catalyst about awarded a patent for $12 million or something like that. I forget the exact amount. But there was, decent patent news, and it was above VWAP, trending higher. Coming into the open, we opened high and surged straight up, opening surge. And it was very tough to capture, but if you're able to capture it, definitely gave a nice profit potential from $4 opening surge play all the way up to $5.20 before finally giving its first pullback. This was also a tough pullback to capture, because at this point, the downside risk after this pullback is quite large. Since we've been grinding up. We had this huge move from 4 all up to 520, and then pulling back. So a little bit extended there. Tough entry, but it did work out if you did buy that first pullback after the open. And if you could hold for a decent time, 30 seconds, a minute, this next candle ripped all the way up to 540. So that's a potential. That's an 80-cent swing on a $5, $4.50 stock. That's pretty decent. That's 15-20%. That's enough to make your day right there. Unfortunately, I was red in this whole area. I was red most of the day. I actually got down to negative $310 before finally clawing back to break even and then getting green $450 today. So quite the battle. Definitely quite the battle. I was in the red for most of the day, and then was able to crawl back green. Well, this candle here, actually. This candle here. This candle here. I bought the pullback. I don't know why. Now, in hindsight, I was like, man, this is so extended. But I bought the pullback to $5. Then bought the pullback to under $5, looking for that next move higher. A very, very aggressive entry here. It did end up falling through, and I think I took like a pretty decent loss. At this point here, I was down $310. I got back in at 460 and held. This is a pretty decent trade, and held and added to my position and selling on this push up to 5, break over 5. This bounce here got me back to, I think, like from minus 310, minus 315 to minus 150. So made back half of the loss there. Then I ended up giving it back, and I went back down to negative 250 until this test here of the highs. I jumped in here with 1,000 shares at I got some trades down in this area. For the break over. Maybe I can just show it on the live video. For the break over this previous area, got maybe about a 10-cent trade there, and then I jumped back in as I saw. I was like, it was just going to pull away and break through these previous highs here at 537, 538. Jumped in there for the break of the highs and got a nice 10 cents on 1,000 shares, or 10 or 15 cents on 1,000 shares, and was able to get small green. And then from there, I was able to scalp after this false breakout. I did miss the false breakout. We pulled back, jumped in here off the low, got a nice bounce here. I was able to scalp in this area, got up to about $300 or so, $300. And then ETAO, this one here, I was able to catch the dip and the rips setup for the halt. So this is halted up. We opened lower, looking for the dip. So we dipped, and then we ripped from the next candle here, break a 7, and was able to get a nice 150 or 100, no, 50, just 50 bucks. Sorry, 50 bucks. But the rest of the stocks, LGVN. What happened here in LGVN? Yeah, I was trying to buy the dips here. Just went super hard backside. LGVN was not friendly. What was tough here on AUD was right at the open, the level 2 and the tape was flying. Very, very hard to trade. Very, very hard to trade and read the level 2 just because the amount of volume going through the stock. So just taking a look here at the level 2, right when we break out 425, which is a crazy breakout, 20-cent breakout, the tape is flying. There's no way you can't. It's just it's pretty much right now. It's like throw a dart at the dartboard, and hopefully you get a good trade. It's hard to manage risk when it's moving this fast. But I was able to get a couple trades. I even actually got up like maybe 150 bucks or so until I started giving back. But yeah, here I'm like, oh, it's extended. I don't know. I want to wait for the first pullback, and then we just keep going. I'm just like, all right, just buy. Got in there at 77, out at 82. Now we get up to 5. Okay, I'm like, all right, we're at resistance, psychological resistance. We're gonna pull back. Got in there way too aggressive, and in there at 495, out at 484. It's 11-cent loss right there. Boom, just like that for just chasing the entry, not being patient enough. 100 bucks right there, gone. Buy the pullback there at 75, out for break even. Here's the first pullback. Oh, I tried to catch that dip, but as soon as I hit the buy button, the entry was gone. The entry was gone. I'm getting filled at 484 and it dipped down to 465. Terrible. Still is a green trade though. I even added 2,000. I'm in 2,000 shares. I added for the break of 5. Let's say we go to 510, 520, 2,000 shares, 40 cents a share. Let's say I get 30 cents a share, $600 winner. But we don't break 5 and I'm out for break even. But I'm able to keep my wrist tight. I'm able to keep my wrist tight on that was a high risk, high reward play right there. It's a very aggressive trade. Pull back again. Okay, I should have been in there. Okay, in 600, 1,500 shares. Okay, we're going to break through. Okay, take it off for some small profit. Not bad. I'll take the small green. Trying to catch this break of 5. Trying to catch the break of 5 here. I'm in at 87. We don't quite go. I'm out at 92. Back in for the break of 5. Timing the break of 5. In at 496. Dipping back down to 4 at 89. This is insanely hard to capture because it tests that level so many times. And if you take the entry every single time, you'll be getting chopped out so much that the reward potential for that breakout is not even going to offset the losses. And I took another 10-cent loss there. Another 10-cent loss trying to time that breakout. Just absolutely atrocious. In there at 496. Oh no, that was not it. No, it was only a 3-cent loss. Then we break out and then we just reject. And then here I am just way too early. What am I doing here? In there at 497, we false break out. We're under 5. We're extended. This needs to pull back. This is due for a pullback. What the heck was I doing buying at 497? Not a good entry. I think recently I've been just too active. I've just been too active, and I just need to wait for the right setup. And the right setup is going to be right there. Right down here at 460. But I didn't time it. I couldn't time it. And now we're in sort of the middle of the range. It's a little bit more risk. Trying to get to the low ends of this candle. Trying to time the low, but we just never reach it. So this starts the red streak. Now I'm down, I was down 200. Now I'm down 150. Now I'm down, let's see here. Now it's green there. Yeah, I think I was red in here. Yeah, so here's this trade, this dip buy. So this is sort of like the 5-minute dip. But we dip down, we break the previous low, and now we start reclaiming, we start forming bottom and tail. I'm like, all right, maybe a little bit longer hold time. Let's hold on to this for a little bit. We're showing some strength down here. I'm in a good entry, 468. I'm in 20 cents of profit right now. Let's hold on to this. Okay, I took like a quarter of a position off, took another quarter. I think I add back. Oh no, I took the rest off there at 497. Very decent trade there. So from the lows, I was in at like 460s, out at 497. Very decent trade. It makes back half my loss. But I think I'm pretty happy I didn't get like flustered today. I know like I had some bad trades, and like I remember being like, all right, whatever. I was like smiling. I was like, whatever. Like I can't lose forever. You know, if I take the right trades, I can't lose forever. It's against the statistics. So there's no way. But we end up getting that false breakout there, or that double top. And then here is when I start making back the profit. So I'm down 200, down to 25. Okay, still kind of skeptical if this is going to reject 5. But then once we start pulling away, I just jump in bigger size. So it was a quick, nice little 10-cent trade on 300 shares. So small gains there. And then we just explode. But I did miss a good portion of this. Let's take a look here. And we can start pulling away. I should have been in there, right there. In 1,000 shares at 22. Okay, stalling out. And then I took it off, my profit off, and then got back in at 545 for the break of 5, which is a risky play. But was able to get 13 cents on that for 1,000 shares. Back into the green. Back into the green for the first time, or not the first time in the day, but the second time of the day. But this time it's going to stick. We're going to stay green. And we do reject this, and I buy the dip down here. Buying the dips down in this area. And as we start pushing, I was like, all right, maybe this can actually start to squeeze through and reclaim 570. I'm like, there's potential if this holds up. So I'm getting like a little bit more active in this area. I'm up $100. I'm up 140. 262. So where did I have that one trade here? So I was in 1,000 shares at 515, selling at 520, still holding half. This is a little bit of longer hold time. When I'm confident in the trade, when I have conviction, I'm okay with the longer hold time. Looks like I sold on that pop there for a nice 20 cents there. So pretty decent, not too bad. I mean, not too bad of a day. So 450, we can take a look here at the statistics. I didn't have any outsized winners. Today. Actually, my profit margin is kind of small, only 26%. Only 26%. That's because I didn't have any outsized winners. So my largest win was 150, largest loss is 150. Average win is slightly higher than my average loss. So the risk reward is like, what, 1.25 or 1 to 1.25, something like that, which is why I have that profit margin of 26%. So then we can take a look here at the running P&L. For those of you who are interested in the running P&L, this will show my entire day. So starting off, with a small cushion, coming back and down into the red, was able to keep it tight, didn't capitulate, stay calm, cool, and collected, and I was able to get back into the green. And 450, I'll take it. Friday, I lost $300. So I was able to make back more than that loss. Now I'm, back at the highs of my account. And that's why it's so important to never lose more than one average green day on any specific red day. And if you can help it, lose less. Lose less. Don't trade don't keep trading a crappy day or a crappy stock if you're trending red. If you can help to stop before you even get to max loss, that's ideal. But never ever lose more than one average green day. And of course, your average green day is going to change over time. So, that number is going to, change. So if you're, performing it better, the recent weeks, let's say your average screen day starts hitting, you used to be getting $100 days, and now you're hitting $3 days or $300 days in the past couple of weeks. It's okay on a red day to lose to the max of 300. Well, I wouldn't say it's okay, but that's like last resort. If you hit minus 300, then call it quits. Call it quits. And then if you start sizing up and you start to have $1,000 days consistently, down to 1,000 will be your max loss. But then say the market gets cold. The market gets cold, you're only making a couple hundred again, and then you should adjust that max back down. So my idea of the max loss is always kind of a variable. It's never kind of set in stone. It really depends how I'm performing in the recent market. But I never want to lose more than one average green day. So that is it for the day. It's a bit of a shorter recap, but finishing up 450, back to the highs of the account. Hopefully tomorrow we can see some more of this momentum. The market seems to be still warming up. Definitely more opportunity than we've seen in March so far. So hopefully this can continue. And if it can continue, I don't see why we can't have a pretty decent month this month, better than March. So everything's looking good. Just gonna make sure, continually, getting some quality rest, quality sleep, not burning out from the markets. Friday I felt was burnt out, super burnt out. I was like exhausted from just mentally spent. So just trying to, not burn out and not stress myself out too much. And, losses happen. And when the losses happen, just understand, as long as you're taking the right trade, taking the right entry, the right exits, following your rules, over time you will be green. But of course, in this small windows of time, yes, it could feel like, oh my God, my strategy is not working anymore. Oh my God, there's something wrong with me. Oh my God, I'm not seeing the stock right. I don't know how to trade anymore. It may feel like that in the moment, but just understand, if you continually take the right trade, the right setups, stay disciplined and not get too emotional, it will fix itself. The results will fix itself, and that's just based on statistics. So that's my little tip for you guys. So if you guys are still watching, hit that thumbs up button for me, and if you're new, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, take it easy. Peace.